JST Maximizer is an all-in-one mastering plugin developed by Joey Sturgis Tones. This tool was designed to get the most out of any mix. It does this by adding saturation, enhancing the stereo field, and controlling the dynamics. JST Maximizer gives music creators of all kinds the ability to master like a pro without expensive mastering tools or pro mastering knowledge. Here's a quick demonstration of how it works. Alright, here's how to get started with JST Maximizer. Let's calibrate the input volume first. Clicking the Optimize button brings the input gain to an optimal level for the plugin. Next, set the threshold at the preferred output level. If the ceiling is supposed to be -1 dB, that's where the threshold should be. Then just bring up the Maximize knob until the audio hits the threshold. The waveform visualizer is a helpful guide for setting this level. The further you push the Maximizer, the more loudness you will create and the more dynamics you will reduce. There are three main ways that the gain reduction is applied: clipping, limiting, and maximizing. Each type has a few algorithms that all process the audio differently. Multiband splits the signal into various frequency groups to be processed individually. There are 2, 3, and 4 band modes for each maximizing style. When using the multiband modes, switch to the spectrum view to adjust the gain reduction and crossover of each band. The emphasis and weight modes target the loudest frequency buildups for more transparent results. The Maximizer is split into various modes that can truly alter the sound. Each one has unique attack and release settings that control how much punch, pump, and transparency the master has. Once the maximization setting has been chosen and some gain reduction is being applied, the loudness target can be engaged. This matches the loudness to various delivery standards, such as CD, Spotify, YouTube, and many others. JST Maximizer also includes tone controls to improve the excitement and clarity of the mix. The low-end knob applies compression to the bass frequencies. Turning this up tightens the low end to make it punchier and more controlled. The tone knob uses a tilt EQ to make the mix brighter or darker. Both the tone and low-end knobs have adjustable crossovers to get the cleanest results. The sauce section is a really interesting set of mix bus saturation tools. The inflate option increases the frequency density by adding harmonics. The saturate mode is a warm tube model distortion that adds glue. The excite mode is a multiband saturator that makes each frequency range more exciting. And the clarify mode adds a pleasing high frequency sheen. The bass enhancement knob is a dedicated saturation for the low end that adds higher order harmonics to extend the low end past the sub frequencies. The tone adjustment tools are awesome too because they work on any source, not just a mix bus. JST Maximizer has a set of transformative stereo field options. These can add width, size, and clarity to any mix. Make the sub-frequencies mono to get a cleaner reaction from the Maximizer. Then set the mid-side balance. This allows experimentation with mid-side processing without worrying about phase. Finally, widen the stereo field to get a more 3D mix for that finished record sound. There are a few useful technical features included as well. Oversampling will run the plugin at a higher sample rate to reduce aliasing from saturation and maximizing. The DC filter removes inaudible subfrequencies to make the Maximizer as transparent as possible. The dither repurposes noise generated from quantization. This is useful when you're taking a 24 or 32-bit WAV file and exporting it into a 16-bit file, which is the standard for CD and many streaming services. The auto trim button enables a 1-to-1 mode which matches the input and output volume. This is really useful for hearing the changes the Maximizer is making without being distracted by an increase in volume. Finally, the Delta monitoring button shows the difference in the wet and dry signals, which shows exactly what's being changed. It's a good way to check what a limiter is removing, for example. And with that, we've covered all of the main features of JST Maximizer. Whether it's crushing your drum bus, enhancing your mix, or performing a full mastering job, the tools included here will transform and improve your audio. If you don't already have JST Maximizer yet, download your 14-day free trial at joeysturgistones.com.